It's a particular honor and privilege for me to introduce our next speaker because I have very strong connections in his district in Southern California, in Brea, because I am a LA County person. So please give a big, big warm welcome to Congressman Ed Royce.
Jai Hind. Well, it's good to be with all of you, and good to see Jim Moran here, old friend of mine and yours, and George Holding, who has a very particular interest in India. And George Holding and I were making guesses on this election. What would be the outcome? What would be the margin of victory? And I don't know anybody except Rajnath Singh who thought that margin of victory might be 282. But that was truly impressive. I can tell you my start in this, in terms of involvement with the caucus, went back 20 years to when I was first elected. The India caucus then had 12 members. Our goal was to build it up. Now it's around 160 members. But what a great time to be involved in the India caucus, because we have watched the growth rate in Gujarat over the last few years average over 10% every year. And now we have a new opportunity in India to see a new government and to see some of the challenges that we all hope are addressed. One of those is what can be done to create a shot in the arm for more economic prosperity in India. What could we do? What could we see happen? Well, with a clear majority, there's now a mandate for changes to address pro-growth economic policies. And having watched what happened in Gujarat, we now have that opportunity to see that play out. I can tell you, having been in Gujarat, I was there the day after the quake. We flew in. Jim McDermott and I flew in. As I say, we were the co-authors of legislation to lift sanctions on India, and we wanted to be there in Gujarat in order to try to assist. And we met with Chief Minister Modi at that time. And I remember him handling the effort in Bhuj and what was happening in the district, Kutch, in the district there where the earthquake had hit. And the resiliency to see the transformation there from what happened in that quake until today is, I think, a comment on the resiliency of the people in India. We had an opportunity. I had sent out an invitation immediately after the election, the night of the election, inviting the Prime Minister here. We in the Foreign Affairs Committee look forward to his visit. I want to share with you there are many issues that I want to talk to him about again. One of them is counterterrorism cooperation, which I think is absolutely vital that the United States and India step up in terms of our mutual cooperation on counterterrorism. Another is what we can do mutually in order to encourage more economic growth, including trade liberalization. One of the things that's most frustrated me as chairman of the Foreign Affairs Committee is looking at a situation where we see 7 times, 8 times the investment in China as in India, and yet you look at the returns, and the return on investment is better in India. We need to do more to put India on the map for trade and investment, because what's missing so often for entrepreneurs who approach us, businesses come to us and tell us, well, we've had our profits confiscated, we don't have the rule of law there. Precisely. The rule of law exists in India, and the returns are very good for U.S. businesses in India. And I think we have an opportunity for more trade liberalization now and more economic activity. And let's do what we can to get these facts out, that India is the place to invest. And one other point, why not invest in a country that shares our values, that believes in political pluralism, that believes in tolerance, that is committed to our vision of mutual cooperation around the world. You know, the Indian Constitution and the U.S. Constitution have an awful lot of similarities. But the diversity in the United States can only be matched by the diversity in India. So I see going forward an enormous opportunity here for the United States and India to engage to address some of these issues. 90% of the households now in Gujarat have electricity. Uninterrupted power is one of the most important factors in attracting small manufacturing. You know, it's no wonder that exports are 25% of the entire country's productivity, or, you know, that come out of Gujarat compared to 5% of the population. They have uninterrupted power. We in the United States can work with the government in India to expand power distribution across India. So as we go forward, I will look forward very much to the visit of the new Prime Minister to us here in the United States. Nisha and I have talked about this, and we'll be cooperating with our Undersecretary and I have talked about mutual cooperation to make certain going forward that we take advantage of this new opportunity and strengthen the relationship between India and the United States, two great democracies. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chairman Royce. Really appreciate it. As he said, he's been involved with the U.S.-India relationship for a long time, co-chairing the caucus. He actually shepherded the U.S.-India civil nuclear bill on behalf of Chairman Hyde, and so the Indian American community thanks you and looks forward to working with you. We have